Yes, well, I'm not familiar with the details of that, but it depends on what the fire chief did and what the laws are that govern that. You said he wrote a book about homosexuality. Yes. One of the 10 stops in the textbook for victims of white supremacy is stop squabbling among yourselves and run into the racists to settle it. And that's one of the 10 suggestions. Everything in the textbook for victims of racism is a suggestion. I mean, addressed to each individual, and each individual looks through it, makes an assessment, makes a judgment on it, and if you can use it, if you agree with it, you do. If you don't agree with it, you simply pass it by. It's like a buffet or a smorgasbord. Just like going down a line in a cafeteria, and you just pick out what you think makes the most sense to you. And so that's the way that works. So one of these suggestions is black people just stop arguing with each other about anything. They can have discussions, they can have disagreements, different points of view, because the decisions are going to be made by either directly or indirectly by the white supremacists anyway, about whatever black people do. So black people should try to minimize conflict of any kind wherever they happen to be, because they are all under the system of white supremacy. I sometimes often think about the movie Gone with the Wind, and there's a scene in the beginning of that movie where one black person, both of them are working in the field, talking to another black person. One black person looks up and says, "Quitting time." And the other black person says, "You ain't the one supposed to say quitting time. I's the foreman. I'm the one supposed to say quitting time." And then he repeats it, "Quitting time." See, so I think that the reason that was put in that movie was a lesson, really, both, I guess, to black people and white people, but certainly black people should look at it as a lesson to be remembered the whole time they're in the system of white supremacy, and that is neither one of them have any real power. So let the white supremacists make the decision about when there's quitting time, since both of them are on the plantation. And there's no such thing as big Negroes and little Negroes in the system of white supremacy.